What were your top 3 achievements for last week? Do you ever make a list where you look back upon the week gone by and say that these were the top 3 things that I managed to accomplish? I did this, I did this, I did this. Wow. Do you make a list like that? No, because who has the time, right? And what is this list even going to achieve? Well, hang around and I'm going to tell you a little story. Hi and welcome back to She Means Business. Now before we go forward, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And if you're watching this on LinkedIn, Facebook or Instagram, don't forget to follow me. And if you like this video, please don't forget to click on the like button. Alright, I'm going to tell you about this planner. It's called the Tiny Change Planner. First, I'm going to give you a little story about what happened when I bought this planner. And then I'm going to tell you a few things that I've been doing, I've been following, I've been putting down into this planner. It's like a journal cum planner. And those have really benefited me. So I'm going to share those with you so that you could try them as well and see whether they work for you or not. Now, I bought this planner in January 2019. A girl I shared office space with, she bought it and she really liked it and she showed it to me. And I was very impressed with it. See, I'm not so much of a planner person. I've never had a planner or a journal. I only make daily to-do lists and I also have some sort of a weekly task sheet that these are the things that I have to do this week. But I've never really had a planner or a journal where I've really organized my thoughts. So I looked at it and I really liked it. It asked you to do certain things which I thought were very interesting and that would really help. So I bought it January 2019 for a whole year. I did not use it because I don't have the habit of using a planner. It just sat on my desk and I never used it. And then in 2020 when this whole lockdown situation happened and I moved a lot of stuff from office to home, this planner came with me. And I think because we've just been working so differently now with this whole COVID situation, I actually started using this planner. And I found very interestingly, it has really helped me. Certain things have really helped me, which I'm going to share with you today. But here's a disclaimer. I don't really regularly write down stuff in this planner. There are a couple of weeks where I miss, which is okay because like I said before, it's difficult to find time and it's also difficult to be so mindful as to actually note down everything. So sometimes there are times when I skip, but most of the times I've been filling this thing in and it's actually been very helpful. So let me point out to you a few things that you should also do, whether or not you have a planner or a journal or whether or not you are able to buy this planner or not. There are certain things that even in a diary, if you note down, it will greatly help you. So the first thing that I want to mention is that on a daily basis, it asks you to put down today's top 3 tasks. Now I found this very helpful and very interesting because I make this long to-do list with so many things on it. This helps you to prioritize. So here if I put down what my top 3 tasks are, it helps you to focus and it helps me to prioritize. Now I know that whatever happens, these top 3 things I really need to finish. I actually think this through, So I find this very helpful. The other thing that I found very helpful was my top 3 achievements this week. It's so motivating to actually think back and say that, wow, this is what I managed to accomplish. It helps you to focus on your work better. It helps you to stay motivated more because weeks go by and we don't even think about what is it that we accomplished as far as work is concerned or even our personal life is concerned. But to actually mindfully sit down and think about, oh, this is what I managed to achieve will give you tons of motivation as far as work is concerned. It'll help you to look forward to the next week and say, okay, this is what I did last week. Now I'm raring to go because I can do so much more this week. I found this very helpful. The next thing, my top 3 learnings from this week. I mean, who does that? Have you ever sat down and thought about what I learned this week? I'm not talking about courses and certificates that you're actually taking to learn things, but a phone call, a pitch phone call that you received from one salesperson taught you a lot about how you should and not pitch, how you should not pitch to other people. Maybe you learned something from a show or a movie or a book. But if you mindfully sit down and write those down, you will remember them more. And you will also find learnings in all sorts of unexpected places, which I found again very interesting. So try doing this whenever you possibly can. Note down what were the 1, 2 or 3 things that have been your top learnings from the week. I found it very interesting. On a monthly basis, there are 3 things that I wanted to tell you, which again you can also do. Of course, there's a whole lot of goal setting, etc. for the month that they ask you to do. But the interesting bit is what helped you achieve some of those goals. So what worked for you? What were the things that you did right? Because that can be your strength, and that if you replicate, you will be able to do more in other tasks as well. So actually sit down and write what worked for you. What were your strengths? Very good. The second thing, what didn't go so well or could have been improved? So what didn't work for you? The reverse, what could you have done better? Again, this is something that we don't think back on. What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Because there are learnings there, right? And those learnings are important because once you figured out what didn't work for you, that's a learning that will help you to do better next month or in any other task, because now you know that I'm not going to repeat this mistake, right? Again, mindfully to sit down and think about what my mistake was and what I did not do right is very helpful. And the last thing that I found very helpful was what challenges stood between you and some of your goals, and how do you plan to overcome them next month? Now, this helps you to move forward month to month and keep improving. What things stood between me and my goals this month? How can I work on them next month? What were the challenges? What were the obstacles? So that now I know these are the things that I need to tackle. This is what didn't work for me this month. Next month, I'm not going to let this happen. I'm not going to repeat these mistakes. These things really benefited me. There's a whole lot of other stuff in this planner. There are, budgeting and annual things and goals that you need to write down. But like I said, I'm not really such a planner or journal person. I've not been noting things down. So for me also, it is one step at a time. So these are the things that I've been trying to do on a regular basis. I skipped sometimes. And these are the things that have really helped me. So if you could do this in a diary or in a notepad somewhere, if you can buy this journal, nothing like it, this is not sponsored. Who's sponsored? This is not sponsored. So if you can't find this journal, any other planner, any other journal, even if you don't have one, a diary, just to note these things down will really greatly benefit you. Try it and see. This is Dipika saying, until next time, stay happy, stay tuned and stay focused.